Angels, spirits made by God, God's helpers. Devils, bad angels who turned away from God. Obey, to do what we are told. We should obey God's laws. Offend, doing something God does not want us to do. Sin, disobedience to God's laws. Sin turns us away from God. Original sin, the first sin committed when Adam and Eve disobeyed God. We are all born with original sin in our souls. The serpent, the devil, tricks Eve into disobeying God. She eats fruit from the tree from which she is not allowed to eat. Then she shares with Adam, who also chooses to disobey God. When God asks Eve about it, she blames the serpent. The devil often tries to trick us into choosing to disobey God. He convinces us that it's not a big deal, but God gave us free will, so doing good or bad is our choice. Let's look again at this beautiful picture. Who is the main figure in this picture? Saint Michael the Archangel. Right. Who or what is he stepping on? The devil. God created angels to be with him in heaven. Angels are God's creatures, created to be his helpers and messengers. Angels are smarter and stronger than we are. God created the angels as pure spirits. If angels are pure spirits, does this mean that we can see angels? No, they do not have bodies. Have you ever thought about why there are good angels and bad angels? On the 8th paragraph on page 28, Adam and Eve offended God. They sinned. Their sin took away the special gift of grace that God gave them. Without God's life in their souls, Adam and Eve could not please God. They could not go to heaven. We call this first sin of Adam and Eve original sin. God still loved Adam and Eve even though they had sinned. So he promised to send someone who would save them and make it possible for them to go to heaven someday. I invite you to do this page on your activity book. We can do it together. Before original sin, Adam and Eve were happy in the Garden of Eden. After original sin, you are right. They were unhappy in the Garden of Eden. So write it here. Now, number 2. After original sin, the animals were afraid of Adam and Eve. But what about before? Before, they were safe with the animals in the garden. Number 3. Adam and Eve were never sick or hurt. They did not suffer. But afterwards, Adam and Eve could get sick or hurt. They suffered. Write it here. Number 4. God told Adam and Eve all that they needed to know. And after the original sin, they no longer had perfect knowledge of God. Number 5, before original sin is blank, and after Adam and Eve no longer had grace in their souls. So before Adam and Eve had grace in their souls. 6, God would talk to Adam and Eve in the garden before the original sin. Afterwards, they no longer had communion with God. Number 7, Adam and Eve would die after the original sin, but before Adam and Eve would not suffer death. Number 8, Adam and Eve did not have to work hard for food, but after the original sin, Adam and Eve would have to work hard for food. And then number 9, God was offended by their original sin. But before that, Adam and Eve did not sin. They were obedient. Number 10, Adam and Eve could not go to heaven. We were on number 10. So before the original sin, Adam and Eve would be able to live with God in heaven someday. It was for sure, but afterwards Adam and Eve could not go to heaven.